welcome back to Emblem Three Houses. Last episode we helped Leonie and Lionheart. Yeah, Lionheart. Get the really awesome bow. Let's see. Can I find it? Yeah, the Insatiable, which is really good if you have a plus. What's an A plus here? A plus bow. Oh, well, yeah. Her. And her. Really, those two are the only people that can wield it. Ash has some time, We'll need some time to, be able to use it. But anyways, let's listen to more support conversations.
Hey, Caspar. Care to join me for tea?
Again? Well, let's make it quick. I gotta get some training in eventually.
More training? Don't you get tired of it?
No, I don't get tired of working toward my goals. Unlike you.
Me? What do you mean?
Your quest for the perfect husband. I haven't seen you wasting time with any dull-looking guys lately.
Oh, that. Maybe I just found something worth staying in for.
You mean in the monastery? This place is a dump compared to what it was 5 years ago.
That's not what I'm talking about. Honestly, Caspar, you don't understand women at all.
Well, excuse me. Maybe I'm just another dull guy.
That must be why you don't pick up on how I feel.
What?
Does she really have romantic feelings for Caspar?
When I'm around you, I feel like I can always be myself. I don't need to act differently or flirt or lie. I can just be me. I always said you were little brother material, but when we're alone like this, the idea of marriage...
Nope. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need a minute. I was not ready for this.
Caspar, settle. You might be getting the wrong idea. I was only saying, when I'm with you like this, I can forget all about marriage and just be friends.
Was she just teasing him?
Huh?
Again?
Right. Of course.
Though I suppose relationships like that can also lead to marriage.
Now I know you're messing with me.
I'm not trying to tease. I was just thinking out loud. If neither of us ever find our special someone, it might not be so bad to settle down and spend the rest of our lives together. What do you think?
I haven't really thought about that. I'm not really the romance type. Spending the rest of my life with you doesn't sound so bad, though. But why are we even talking about this? There's no way you won't find someone great.
Stranger things have happened.
Either way, no point in worrying about it now. I'm plenty happy with our current situation. Let's just focus on staying good friends.
Good idea. Here's to us.
Imagine if they actually do become a couple. I don't know. Do I find that weird? I don't know.
Come on, Bernadetta, open up. Why are you so mad at me? I have no clue what this is about, but I'm sorry.
You have no clue? Don't you remember what you did to me?
No. I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. You did all kinds of things. But the worst thing was carrying me off twice. I thought I might die.
What are you even talking about?
Don't act like you never took me to that place.
What place? Why won't you? Oh, the place with the pretty view. Why are you mad about that?
Because you hauled me around like a piece of luggage.
Again, why are you mad about that?
Don't act all surprised. How would you feel to be yanked around like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I was just excited to show it to you. Maybe I went a little overboard. I'm real sorry about that.
You are? Well, I hope you understand now.
I definitely do, and I feel awful about it. What can I do to make it up to you? Anything you want. I want to show you how seriously sorry I am.
Well, all right. I'd like you to, bring me to that place again. But promise me 2 things first.
Anything.
No carrying, no pulling around. Treat me gently.
Sure, of course. No problem. But that was 3 things, not 2.
That was 1 thing.
Okay.
Be gentle, okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry. What's the other thing?
I want you to promise not to take anyone else there. Only me.
Wow, Bernie.
All right.
Really?
I can promise that. Seems a little strange, though. Why do you care?
Come on, if you really want to apologize, hurry up and take me there.
Right, on it. Here we are. Look at that gorgeous sunset.
This is it. The same view. After all that time inside, the sun feels like it's piercing right through me.
This little bit of sunshine? You really gotta get outside more. From now on, I'm gonna take you to all sorts of different places. I promise I'll be gentle, and I promise I won't take anyone else. Just you and me, alright?
What? But okay. But if you get sick of me,
Oh, she's
I'm
so
sorry ahead of
cute.
time.
What? Good one, Bernadetta.
I can really see them being a couple more than Dorothea and Caspar.
Why am I so unlucky with women lately?
Oh, Sylvain, what's that face for? Have you been dumped again?
Isn't there an unwritten rule you shouldn't ask someone that?
I'm sorry. I thought you didn't mind being dumped. So your love life can get you down sometimes after all. Who knew?
I'm sad every time I break up with someone. It's just, I usually try to be the one doing the breaking up. I've never had a hard time with girls. Ever. Not until recently. But now when I think about it, I wonder what any of them even liked about me. It's not as if any of them knew much about me. I don't get it.
Isn't that what a relationship is for? Learning about someone else? You can't know it all right at the start.
I asked you before if you would have invited me out if I was a peasant.
You did ask me that, yes.
That was wrong of me to say. It's not an excuse, but I'm always so suspicious. I'm a nobleman with a crest. The marriage proposals don't stop coming. Everybody wants me. Except, they don't actually want me at all. They want my bloodline. Within my family and without. It's always the same story. Sometimes I think that if I didn't have a crest, no one would look at me twice.
I see. And you're probably not wrong. Honestly, I've had those same sort of thoughts myself.
Oh? What sort of thoughts might those be?
I sang, people cheered and applauded, and when I walked off stage, I'd find the same thing every night. A mountain of presents and marriage proposals. But none of those people knew me. All they knew was the singer they saw on the stage. All they wanted was my looks and my voice. None of them even tried to get to know the real me.
I'm pretty sure I've heard this somewhere.
We may come from different places, but we're much the same, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I suppose we are. Look, Dorothea, I've realized something. Even if you were an old grandma, I'd still flirt with you. And I'd absolutely win you over. Though, I'd much rather win you over now and be with you until you become an old grandma.
That might be the most legitimately romantic thing you've ever said, Sylvain. And I can't say I disagree. I'd rather you win me over now, too. So that I can stay by your side until you're an old grandpa.
Well, before any of that, will you go to dinner with me?
I'd be happy to.
That was pretty sweet. Hey. Wait, what's this one? Oh, with them. Okay, later.
Sylvain, eat these.
What are they?
What are these, Felix? Oh, hey, is this candy?
A girl in town gave them to me, but I don't want them.
Right, you don't like sweet stuff. Thanks, I'll eat them later. So, what do you need? Want me to help you get closer to a girl? Just point her out.
You're incorrigible. No, I wanted to thank you for your help in battle. If you hadn't spotted that enemy ambush, I would have been killed.
Nah, I didn't do anything special.
I wonder if there was an actual enemy ambush during the recorded playthroughs I recorded, or recorded battles, and there was actual ambush, and Sylvain actually did help Felix. Or, you know, just a in-game story thing.
Friends help each other out, especially on the battlefield. Just a little give and take, you know?
You never change.
Nope. I try to stay on an even keel.
You're always...
Always what?
nothing.
Come on. If you've got something on your mind, then say it.
Maybe I'll tell you later, maybe I won't.
Fair enough. I'll be having something to eat while you're deciding... whatever it is you're deciding. Actually, come with me. My treat. If you do want to talk, then I'm right there.
Okay, just this once. Only because you saved my life.
Free food, possible conversation, and when we're done, we can find some girls. It was a joke! Felix, I was joking! Come on, let's just go eat.
That was pretty funny.
Alois, I was hoping you could tell me some more stories about Captain Gerald.
Yeah, there was that one story that he may be immortal. Like, seriously. Like, immortality juice or whatever it was. Is that even possible?
You'd like to hear about Gerald's adventures? You seem quite taken with these stories, Leone.
Can't hurt, can it? All our work for the day is done. So remind me, how did you meet him?
Ah, it all feels like ancient history now. You see, the captain was visiting the kingdom of Fargus.
Uh-huh. Go on.
His previous squire had died from a ghastly plague. Then one day, he came upon me and appointed me his new squire.
Yeah, I think that what happened.
At that age, you must have had some real talent and courage to stand out as a future knight.
Oh no, it wasn't that. I was just an orphan boy living in the monastery. I was a timid little thing.
Really? He didn't choose you for your bravery? What made him choose you then?
My face looked like the dead boys.
What? That's it?
Right, I think that's why he said... I think that's what he said, like, why Gerald chose him. Like, his face looked like one of the dead boys. Or the dead boy, or whatever.
Well, I asked the captain, and that was the only answer he gave me.
Ha! Abrasive to the last. That's Captain Gerald for you.
Yes. In those early days, I would sometimes wonder whether he was right in the head. When I saw him on the battlefield, though, those concerns were laid to rest. Anyway, I think I hear your professor has been looking for you. You'd better scrap.
Oh no, you're right. I'd better go. See you around.
That was it. Thank God. It took 30 minutes for all the fucking support conversations.
If Rhea really is in the Empire, then we must defeat the Imperial Army by any means necessary. The people at large are just as concerned for Rhea's safety as we are. The sooner we can settle all our unease, the better. I have something to ask of you.
Wow. A on that and that.
This is wonderful.
Nah. There you are.
The battle at ALL was a tactical marvel. You grow stronger with each passing day. Where does your talent end and your crest's power begin? Are they one and the same, I wonder? Most intriguing. Yet it is quite difficult to draw useful conclusions given the situation. It is quite unfortunate I did not achieve my research goals before the war broke out. So much unknown. Now, I fear I will not have those answers even by conflict's end. So very frustrating.
Do I have something you like? Please tell me you're a... Please tell me you're a tea guy.
Ah, yes, I love it.
Yay. Have you teach me about magic? Yes. Yes. I'm gonna save that. Just cause.
Professor?
What am I good at anyways? Faith? Yes, that's one. Authority. Brawl. Ooh, I'm getting really good at brawl.
Oh, hello there, Professor. Did you need something from me? It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just looking for someone to talk to?
Yeah, that's mainly been the game in a nutshell.
I thought so. Well, I'm here for you. Making you feel better is my top priority. Whether it's physical pain or worries of the heart, you can come to me for anything, Professor.
Not that. You know, I'm really thankful that I'm not doing any more of the fucking lost item things. I hated those back in before the time skip. Those were goddamn annoying.
Next, we face the Great Bridge of Myrden. We actually crossed it a long time ago.
We did?
Do you remember? It was 5 whole years ago.
When was that?
It seems like so long ago, doesn't it? It's odd how fast time flies. Everyone was still friends then. After the fighting, we all ate together without splitting into our separate houses. I often wish we could go back to those peaceful days.
I can have you teach me this. Yes. I mean, it's going really well for reasoning. I keep calling it black magic.
Professor.
I mean, isn't it black magic? Who's here?
Dear me.
Oh, Dorothea.
We're going to invade the Empire, which means we'll be fighting people we know, won't we? If we're attacked by someone we know or used to think of as a friend, is it permitted to run away? Really? If something happens, will you keep me safe?
Man. I was hoping.
Judith is a wonderful person. So strong and confident as well. Looking upon her, I was sharply reminded of my mother. Very much so. Both brilliantly bright and positive, like a warm ray of light.
I lost my mother long ago. I miss her desperately.
What will you like? Guessing this?
Wow, I'm delighted.
Not yet. I fear falling asleep at night. I worry that I will not awaken for many years, and when I do, all my friends will be gone. Guess she likes that. Like, don't worry, we won't leave you, you know.
Right. Hearing that the Knights of Seros have returned, the monks have also been coming back. We still don't have enough hands here, but we'll use all that we've got to rebuild the monastery. Until the day that Lady Rhea is returned to us, we have to do all we can.
Need something?
Ooh, I have a lot. We can get another Divine Pulse. Or... I know, right? That's...
This one?
I want to get that other Divine Pulse.
You're all set. This one?
How many Divine Pulse do I have
You're
now?
all set.
again soon.
That's it for now.
Hi.
Never found a person down here, like a support character down here, like ever.
Since I'm originally from the Empire, it seems no one trusts me with any important tasks. Fine by me.
Really? Not give you any tasks? I mean, they should have gave you tasks. Finally get off your lazy ass.
Honestly, I bet they're watching my every move to make sure I can be trusted. I knew it. War makes people crazy, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can see him. Yes. Fuck.
Since I'm original...
Come on. Give me that good shit. Yes.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Yes. Let me just save this. Mercedes.
Lady Rhea is in the Empire, isn't she? We should hurry up and find her. So many people in the monastery and nearby towns are worried. I want to ease their minds as soon as possible, Professor. Let's work together to find her.
Nothing, no gifts or such, you know. I think I'm gonna black magic for now. I'll just use it for like other stuff.
What used to be Ire territory lies far to the east of the Great Bridge of Myrden, downstream of the Aramid River. For the sake of my family, I wish we could invade the Empire from there. But I do not have the power to advocate for that. Strategically, Myrden is more important. Thank you, Professor. I will not give in. Not until I have restored my noble pride.
Think you like tea leaves too? Okay, that's okay. Shit, they're gone. Great. Her tea leaves guy, I know that much.
Exactly what I hoped for.
Good thing you like that. Really have no idea what else he likes, so I'll just stop there.
Yes, I agree. So, that was Judith. Just as I'd heard of her, she was an upstanding person. The same Daphne blood runs through my veins, and yet I feel as though I am nothing like her. I am but a phantom of what could be. You think so? Wow, thank you.
You're a meat girl, so.
Is this for me? Thank you.
Hey.
Really?
Ugh. Stop slowing down, game.
I need a favor. Yes?
What? What? No, no. What? Didn't even. Yeah, this is for online crap. I'm not doing that online stuff. I'd rather avoid it. Like I did it for back in Fire Emblem Birthright, but I'm like, nah. I just rather avoid that stuff.
Professor, it's thanks to you that I'm here now. I owe you, Professor. You saved my life. I swear I'll do all I can to repay that debt.
Just having you here is already enough.
Things would have gotten a lot more interesting if Judith had joined us. I only spoke to her briefly, but I really liked her. I hope someday I can be as strong, kind, and level-headed as her.
I don't know, level-headed part might be... Oh, there's someone here? That's the first. You usually see either Felix or Catherine. Ooh, bow. Ugh. I mean, yeah, her, but, you know, we'll have Bernie do it. Or rather just skip it for now.
Right.
Oop, up there. Nothing here.
If we can suppress this Murden, we can invade into the Empire, right? I was in the Empire. Now I will be an enemy. I am having strange feelings. It is with ease that an ally turns into an enemy.
That's not good here. Rather not deal with a bow and such. The other people deal with the bow, not me. Oh, right, I can go people's. Oh, my room. Right.
Professor, I'm sure you know this already, but House Ordelia is aligned with the Empire. They face the Empire from across a river, similar to the Gloucesters. Even so, I refuse to yield to the Empire a second time. The Empire did unthinkable things to my family, and to me. The only option here is winning. Professor, you must promise we will overcome the Empire.
You know, saying stuff like this makes me even question why anyone who had, you know, bad blood with the Empire even choose to work with me to take over the church. Like in the other playthrough, I'm pretty sure you can. I played it. I dabbed it a little bit, and I saw her and other characters working with me. I was like, really? Even after all that horrible stuff they did to you, you're still working with me? Like, what? You know? Still feels weird that anyone would even work with the Empire, even after, you know, even if I'm the one working there. I see Black Eagles, yes, but not a lot of people from other factions.
War isn't kind to you if you're a recluse. By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out.
Oh, that'd be awful, just terrible.
Okay, Professor, I get it. I know I'll have to come out.
Greenhouse. Let's see what I got. They've been there for like years, right? Oh, why not make it all flowers? Wait. Nothing. Wait. Yes. Ta-da-da. What's this? Ooh, a lot of fish. I'll do that later. Not now. Oh, I forgot. Anna.
Welcome.
Oh, I can. That's good shit, though.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
God, that's a lot.
Is that the one? Thanks. Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Will I buy all this? Well.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I bought a lot of shit. Definitely a lot. Hope I don't regret it later. Well, no gold here.
Come back soon.
That's a lot of stuff.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
That's good.
Oh, I heard what happened at ALL. I can't believe Imperial spies have been lurking in Garrick Mach. Under my watch. But I'll make sure no more of them get in. Trust me.
I'm holding you on that. I'm holding you to that. I meant to say. Ooh, no. I thought it was something blue. Zero.
Is it true Lady Rhea was dragged off by the Imperial Army? I heard that was true. Why'd they take Lady Rhea? Professor, They didn't take her to kill her, did they? That's good. We just gotta beat the Imperial Army and get her back, right? You gotta help her, Professor. I'm begging you.
Let's get you a hunting dagger.
This is for me? Thanks.
Any chance? Nah, but you know, just give you something.
Hey there.
Culture.
We came from the territory of House Daphnel. It's not easy to leave one's home, but it had to be done. Judith asked us so earnestly, there was no way we could have refused. We can trust you, right? I'd hate to end up just another pointless death.
Don't worry, that probably won't happen. That woman after my own heart. Are you bi?
I'd heard of the hero of Daphnel, but that was the first time I've met her in person. She's the head of a prestigious noble family? Just like Claude. The Alliance nobility is so odd. Kind of, but I don't mean that in a bad way. You won't find such big-hearted nobles elsewhere. Plus, Judith can drink with the best of them. A woman after my own heart.
Ugh. What do they have to say?
5 years ago, when the Imperial Army attacked Garreg Mach, they moved with incredible speed. But in the middle of all that chaos, she still had operatives watching. The hero of Daphnel's spy network is impressive. She shouldn't be taken lightly.
Nothing.
We have the Empire and Alliance situations under control. The problem is Fargus.
Yeah, there's like a no king, right?
The Eastern Lords have joined forces and are warring with the Dukedom. But I've heard nothing about that conflict as of late. It's strange. I haven't heard much from my father either. I can't help but find this silence unsettling.
I was talking about his king. Oh man. God, come on. God, fucking damn it.
So Lady Rhea was in the Empire all this time. Glad as I am that Judith told us. I wish we had known this 5 years ago. We spent all that time spread out over Fodlan, searching for the Archbishop and you. It was a mistake to abandon the monastery, to leave it in ruins. Now we're paying for that mistake.
Let's see what the others have to say.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there.
Here's an idea. Count Gloucester of the Alliance is supposed to be the head of the faction that supports the Empire. That being said, the Count himself is an ardent follower of Seros, and likely not too keen on fighting us. The commoners are also allies of the Knights. We should be able to reach Myrddin without incident.
Hopefully. Caspar, what do you have to say?
The Aramid River separates the Empire and Alliance. It's the largest river in Fodlan. Sometimes it'll flood when there's lots of rain, but at least the land gets some extra water.
That's it? Bruh. I don't wanna spend that though. Let's just fight to gain the extra, to get that rank C. I was hoping that, Felix to help me get that to rank C, but I guess not.
With life returning to the monastery, the unease of the church's followers is slowly abating. The number of people coming to the town church dwindled over the past 5 years, but we're seeing a resurgence. To reward and accommodate their devotion, we have to hurry and rebuild the church.
Seeing shit like this makes it so weird and hard for me to ever choose Edelgard, like ever working with her. It just seems so weird. Like, why would I ever work with her? You're seeing the destruction she caused, see how much people are happy that the church is back. Like, it's just so weird. Like, I'm pretty sure people only choose her because they like her, but I don't know. If I ever play this game over and over, pick Black House, I always choose this route when I work with the church to bring it back to its former glory. But choosing the part where you work with Edelgard, that's optional.
Here's an idea. On the north side of the Great Bridge of Myrddin lies the territory of Acheron of the Alliance, and to the south, the Empire's Burgleys territory.
Count Burgles has held the position of Minister of Military Affairs for the Empire ever since the days of Emperor Ionius. The current emperor seems to have brought the corrupt nobility to heel, but Count Burgles looks to be an exception.
What do you have to say, Sylvain?
I had an encounter with Lord Gwendol. How many years ago was it? Back before the academy, I met this girl who I fell madly in love with. And her dad tried to kill me. I suppose he just tried to scare me, but I was sure I was gonna die. Oh yeah, her dad? Lord Gwendol. Crazy, right? I never thought I'd seriously be trying to kill the guy in battle. I kind of don't know how to make sense of it.
Lag. For game processing.
Professor. Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you. Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this. This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family. Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Although ultimately, I find myself betraying his wishes. Now that I've parted ways with my father, there is nothing to stop me from pursuing my dream. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble. Yes, I know. All I can do is accept this inner turmoil. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Yeah, I had nothing to say about that part. Maybe because I was so distracted by her portrait. For some reason, it looks slanted, like her eyes, like crooked, like, I don't know. It looked so weird that I just couldn't focus on anything else except that. Ugh. Now it's gonna feel weird doing support missions with her. And every time I have to look at that face. I feel like I should just deal with this now.
How are you, Catherine? You look well enough.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Never better.
That is good. I cannot help but be concerned, given your tendency toward incautious behavior. While boldness can be a virtue, I do hope you will bear in mind that recklessness is not. A moment's negligence can lead to a mortal wound for even the most skilled fighter.
You worry too much. If they saw me in action, the wounds themselves would cower.
That is precisely the attitude that worries me, especially given your history. You have been gravely injured before, as you no doubt recall.
Me? Gravely injured? When did that happen?
You mean you have forgotten? It was during your days as a student at the Officers' Academy. There was an excursion, a monster hunt. You charged ahead and left your fellow students behind. You ended up alone and surrounded. You almost died. Do you truly not remember?
I'm pretty sure she was blocking that.
Are you sure? All I remember is cutting down monsters left and right.
That is true enough, but you nearly bled to death in the aftermath. The Archbishop was so concerned for your life that she tended your wounds personally.
Oh, that was when that happened. Finally, it all fits together.
Well, I mean, why bring a bad memory like that, man? I mean, I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to remember.
Lady Rhea looking after me. Now that I remember clearly.
Does she really not care about that she almost died?
That was the first time she ever spoke to me. I was lying on the ground, caked in mud, and she gently picked me up, even stroked my hair. The emotions were so overpowering that they must have just cleared away my memory of the whole incident. So it was during the monster hunt. Thanks, Sedith. That's been bothering me for ages.
That is not quite why I brought it up.
Come to think of it, Lady Rhea hasn't healed me since then. We've got to find Lady Rhea, and then maybe someday she'll honor me like that again.
Really? You don't care that you almost died? I'm serious right now.
Hey Shamir, how do you think I'm doing with my bow lately? Think I'm getting pretty good? I hit closer to the bullseye today, and that felt real good.
You were fine.
Fine? That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Shamir.
You take too many direct shots, though.
But it's easier if you shoot straight.
Of course it is. But if you can hit your enemy with a straight shot, you're too close. Tell me, Cyril, what's an archer's greatest weakness?
When we get too close to the enemy and we can't shoot the way we're supposed to?
Exactly. As an archer, your position is critical. Know exactly how far the enemy is and keep a minimum safe distance. Understood?
You mean to stay away from the enemies, but not too far away or my arrows can't hit them.
So you understand why you can't rely on straight shots. You have to use curved shots as well. Never run up to your target. Hit them from a safe range.
Shoot them from a safe range with curved shots.
Archers should always control the battlefield.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I'm gonna go practice some of those curved shots right now.
You're not a bad student. If nothing else, you have the right attitude.
You think so?
Keep it up.
I will.
That was really interesting. Just, what the? Oh.
This is unbelievable. Why? Why does it keep happening to me? What's wrong with me?
Are you okay?
I was sure I'd be happy this time. Why, oh why, oh why do I always struggle in love?
Please, let go of my sleeve.
If I let go, you'll just run away, won't you?
Yes.
Nobody wants to listen to my romantic tragedy. But I saw you, Cyril, and I thought, Cyril will listen, because Cyril is good people.
Okay, I surrender. What do you want to say?
I knew I could trust you, Cyril. You're such a good boy, such a good young man.
How can I help you? Is it just with listening?
Oh, it's a real tragedy, let me tell you that. Yesterday, I was hitting it off with a man I'd seen a few times at the pub. When I looked in his eyes, I thought he was the one. But then, well, we were drinking and enjoying ourselves, and all of a sudden, poof, gone. He just vanished.
Are you sure you didn't get drunk enough where you thought that he disappeared?
I feel like I've heard this story before.
Can you believe he treated me so cruelly?
Yeah, this is all real familiar.
She told you this before?
My heart is in tatters. I can't believe anyone could throw away a woman like me. Cyril, be honest. What's wrong with me?
Don't answer.
You drink too much, blame others for your behavior,
Oh,
and
no.
you don't understand you gotta love yourself before someone else can love you back.
Man, Cyril, just being straight with it.
Maybe he wasn't for me anyway. If you're gonna take off after a few drinks, who needs you, right? I think you're too young to understand, but I also think talking to you made me feel better. Yeah. You know what, Cyril? I'm gonna come talk to you more often.
Oh, poor Cyril.
Hey, Sedith. I got a delivery for you.
Thank you, Cyril. Would you mind waiting just a moment for me to confirm the contents?
Sure thing.
All seems to be accounted for. I lack the time to handle tasks of this kind myself. I appreciate you making the effort. Is there anything I can assist you with? Do you have any concerns?
Concerns? Nah, I'm happy just working for Lady Rhea. I got a way better life now than I ever did before.
If your better life is this frugal, I have to wonder what your previous experience was like. It must not have been easy before you came to us. But you should know that is in the past now. You are young, you should be enjoying life. Do not allow your past to overshadow that. Is there nothing you desire? We will support you in any way we can.
Really, there's nothing. Except... Nah, it's okay.
Except?
I don't got anywhere else to go, and I just want to be able to stay here forever. This place Lady Rhea gave me, it's the only place I know to call home.
I will keep that in mind.
Well, I got work to do. Excuse me.
Of course. I apologize for delaying you.
What was his previous life like? Oh.
Hello, Professor Manuela. I wish you to know that I have heard ever so much about your talents.
Whatever are you talking about, Flame?
Singing! Why, you are wonderfully skilled at it, are you not?
How has Flame not aged for the past 5 years? Like, what the hell is she?
Why, I have even overheard people saying your voice is akin to the singing of a goddess.
It makes me happy to hear. But who told you that?
Oh, the students are always speaking of it, which got me to thinking.
I guess it is a pre-time skip.
I may be the only person in all of the academy who's never heard your beautiful voice in song. So, I was wondering, Manuela, might you sing a little something for me?
Your request is touching, but I can't perform on such short notice. My voice is an instrument and requires proper gentle care. However, the stories are true. I was once the leader of the Middle Franc troop, but that was a long time ago.
Middle Franc? What do those words mean precisely?
You've never heard of the Middle Franc troop? Before the war, it was the single most popular opera company in the imperial capital. I used to sing on stage with them. I was the star, in fact.
Oh, wow! In all of Enbar? They must not have been around when I was living there.
You used to live in Enbar?
Indeed. Although I was quite a bit younger at the time. It is where I was born, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, you must have been too young to hear about us.
Yes, that could be. And what precisely is the function of an opera troupe?
You don't know what an opera troupe is? Well, it's a group of performers like myself who act out stories on stage in front of a big audience. Stories with lots of singing.
Oh, I understand now. I certainly have experience in the fine art of storytelling. There is often singing as a part of story time for the children at the monastery.
That is darling, Flame. But I'm not sure it's quite the same thing as an opera. You see, operas are performed in grand theaters with orchestral accompaniment. Everyone attending wears their finest. It is a very special occasion.
Theaters, they're called? You mean to say that there are buildings exclusively used for Telling stories?
How do you not know any of this?
You've never even heard of a theater? You're an intelligent girl, Flame, and the world is full of wonders. You have a lot left to discover.
I can talk to this guy.
Do you know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Oh, yes. I know it like the hilt of my sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite. I really like this one, the one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Such a wonderful knight. One of my favorites as well.
That makes sense. He's so noble and virtuous. In fact, he kind of reminds me of you.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well. You are honest, as is he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
Huh?
Ash, the legends are exactly that. Legends. They're not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
What's that supposed to mean?
I long to serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am the last hope of House Galatea. I am the only one who can carry on the family bloodline and restore our lost fortune. To do that means setting aside my own dreams and ambitions. Though I've turned my back on House Galatea, what is expected of me as a crest bearer has not changed.
You still have the right to pursue your dreams.
Ash, I must ask something of you.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'll never be able to see my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, I guess this was before time skip, but no, she said, you know, she betrayed him, so I was like, oh, this is after. Huh.